I'm Pastor Rick, and I want to tell you a story. There's a story in the Bible of Jesus healing a man with a shriveled hand. Um, as far as miracles go, the idea of healing somebody of arthritis, it seems a little anticlimactic. And maybe I'm making too light of this story. Uh, I don't know if it was arthritis. I don't even know if it was an old man. We do know that as people get older, the circulatory system begins to slow down. The extremities have trouble getting blood and oxygen to flow throughout the body. When I was a hospice chaplain, I saw that the closer people move to death, the blood flow restricts itself to the vital organs, and it causes the hands and the feet to grow gray and cold. Maybe that's what's happening here. Maybe the withered hand is a sign of a much bigger problem. Maybe the story is actually a story of death and resurrection. While I do believe that there was actually a man that was in need of healing, I also see this as a metaphor for a much greater problem. You see, there were two problems that were presented in this story. You had the dry, shriveled up hand of the man, and you had the dry, shriveled up soul of the church. You see, the religious leaders stood around to see if Jesus was going to help this guy on the Sabbath. It was a trap. There are two words that we use in the church: soul and spirit. And we use these words almost interchangeably because we don't really understand what they mean. The word for soul is in the Greek language is psyche. It's where we get the word psychology. It has to do with the mind and the will, the ability to reason and the ability to choose. It is the part that makes us most human. For the word spirit in the Greek language, it's pneuma. It's where we get the word pneumonia. It has to do with the very breath of God, or that internal, inward, eternal part of us. It is a spark of the divine in us. Now, the religious leaders knew that Jesus was compassionate, and they knew it was his weakness. They knew that Jesus would be caught up in helping this person, that he would do something to help this pitiful man, and they used it against him. And I have to ask you, where is the Spirit of God in these men of God? Where is the Spirit pulling them towards compassion? Where is the soul that is compelling them to respond to what God is doing? They didn't bring the man to Jesus so that Jesus could make him free. They brought him to Jesus, again, as a trap. The religious leaders didn't understand. They didn't want to understand. Again, it's the choice, it's the will, it's the psyche, it's the soul. Their souls were closed off to the needs of the people, so they were cut off from responding to the whole purpose of Jesus' coming. Maybe it is a circulatory problem. Maybe there really is a heart issue here. I think the heart of the church is beginning to lose its vitality, and it's showing itself by its shriveled hands and feet, because we are not going out, and we are not reaching out. I think maybe we need to replace the pastors in our churches with hospice chaplains, because it really is a life and death situation. Our churches are dying. If you want to find out where the Spirit of Christ is today, then find out where the hurting people are. If you want to recapture your soul, see those who are lost and those who are in need, and choose to love and help them. the soul and the spirit of Christ is in danger of leaving our churches. And I think we need to pray. Lord, strengthen our heart. Let the blood in my heart pump for the lost and the hungry and the hurting. Renew my spirit. Restore my soul. And send me out to offer tangible love in your name. Amen.